Hi, I'm Emma. Welcome to Emma Esoteric. This will be a tarot reading for the sign of Leo. If you would like to book a personal reading, please go to emmaesoteric.com.au. You can view these readings like watching a movie or listening to a song. They may bring ideas, beliefs, or emotions to the forefront of your mind. You can interpret these readings any way you like. Nothing is set in stone. So we have the Eight of Wands in the mental space, which is a lot of fast thoughts, fast clarity. This can be intuition, this can be guidance as well. We have the Queen of Wands in the emotional space. This is confidence, this is knowing, this is understanding. There's been a period of time where you were very confused, and the confusion felt like it was imprisoning, like it was very it was painful. It was a very painful experience, this emotional confusion. You didn't know what was up, you didn't know what was down. I'm getting like you were caught in a very dark room for a long time, and it almost kind of sent you crazy. No noise, no sound, like you were just kind of blank. If you're very connected to your intuition and you weren't getting very many intuitive nudges, or you weren't feeling very motivated, or you were feeling very blacked out, I want to use that term specifically, you're feeling very blacked out, then that has changed. You now have vision. You can now see where you're going. You're very connected to your movement and your body. So if you've been very mentally like overthinking things, or trying to compartmentalize things, there's there's justice with that. Look at that. There's justice with that now. There's balance. Queen of Wands, you found your confidence again. And the Empress here in the environment. There may be some conflict with a child. You're having some difficulty with a child, a bit of a fight back here, or this feels like it's separate to what's going on with your intuition. I'm getting like two separate lives as well, like Batman and damn, I've forgotten his name. Whatever Batman's name is. Can't think of his name. We have I want to say Clive, but it's not Clive. I don't know why. We have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. It seems like someone may have offered you their time, their energy, their resources, but it was only very little. It was only very little. And they only offered it to you to get something in return. To feel justified, to feel vindicated. Vindicated. I've never used that word, I don't think. And then we have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. They were very independent with themselves, and the only reason they offered you anything was to feel like a good Samaritan. Gosh, really? So there may be a sense of like they thought you were a like pity case or whatever. Like we'll just give Leo this little bit here just to make us feel better within ourselves. Eight of Pentacles. But you've been working. And again, I'm getting like Batman, and I keep going to say Robin. So maybe there's like, you've got like a sidekick. Like a child who is helping you navigate through what you're doing. But I'm pretty sure, I haven't really seen much of Batman and Robin, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure Robin, I could be wrong, but I feel like he's like a little bit of a, like he's a bit, like he does mistakes sometimes, like he falls over and kind of slows Batman down a little bit. That might be like a comedy thing that I'm thinking of. But I feel like he's a little bit like slow, or a little bit kind of, he kind of holds back Batman down or back a little bit than what. But Batman takes him under his wing because he wants to teach him the ways, kind of thing. I have no idea if that's right, but I'm getting that. So there's something here about probably being a working mother here. And you've got this kind of, underneath it all, this kind of really, I want to say, bad ASS kind of attitude to things. You have a lot of vision, a lot of passion. You've got your own business. You're working really hard. And then you could have more than one child. There's this kind of immature, if it's not children, then it can be just immature energy. It can be that energy that I was picking up before as well with the Page of Pentacles. It can be just really immature energy trying to come in here and cause conflict in some way. There's Seven of Swords. And there's the Five of Swords again. But I feel like you've moved away from this energy. There is something still hidden in the emotional space. A decision that still needs to be made. Now you need to make some type of plan. Putting thought into action. You've got everything ready to go. It's just a matter of going. You may be feeling very drained when it comes to socializing with other people. You're very armored and guarded around any type of carefree and negligent energy. Like if you were to be invited somewhere, I feel like you would go there for a little bit, but you're the type of person to, like, say, take their own car, or like because you want to leave when you want to leave, or go for a little bit and then come home. You're probably not a very big drinker either. Like to go home early. Why is this important? Because I still feel like you need some type of emotional connection. This has something, it's bringing me back to the black room and the black box. Black box. And it's when a plane crashes, I'm pretty sure they have like everything on the black box. So there's something about something that crashed. You crashed, burnout, but you still have everything in that black box, so you still remember everything. It's like, I remember who I used to be. I remember how I used to feel. How do I get that back? If motherhood has like drained you, or work has drained you, if you're a manager here or a position of authority within your work and you're dealing with a lot of immature people, there's something just very draining. Yeah, something very draining, and it taxes from you, it takes from you. But again, it feels like you're going to get that independence back. Look at that, the Nine of Pentacles, like the Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and Victory. It's a very harsh energy that is kind of smothering your nurturing energy. Getting like wings on a shoe. Like you've got shoes and they could fly, and someone's trying to cut your shoes off, or like cut the wings off the shoes because it's not normal. You're not meant to have wings on a shoe. Like, you know when you're a kid and you have those like roller skate shoes things where you like glide around and someone just wants you to walk normally all the time? I'm getting like, stop dragging your feet, stop dragging your feet. And it's coming back to that kind of Batman Robin thing. You could be Robin in this scenario as well. Take it however you like. But there is something where someone somehow somewhere has like, it's like winded you. Someone's taken the wind out of you. They've taken the life out of you, not literally, but they've taken the excitement out of something. Someone's taken the excitement out of something. This can be a boring partner. It can be children who are just taking too much of your time and you're not being able to create new ideas. This can be people who think you're a pity party and are wasting your time if you're thinking they're loyal and they're not. This can be any type of competition in any way, or people that are not taking you seriously. There is a strong energy around people not taking you seriously. And it also feels like because you pick up on a lot of energies, you've held that energy for a long time, that nostalgia. You've held those memories for a long time. But now that the wheel's changing, now the times are changing, it's time for you to start. It's time for you to get up from this Empress position where you've been nurturing and sitting down. It's time for you to start doing something with yourself. My voice almost lost. It's like I almost hiccuped on my word then, so it's almost like an offense. How dare you tell me what to do? How dare you tell me what to do? How dare you tell me to get up off my chair, kind of thing. Yeah, because you're expecting conflict again. So if someone asks you to go out somewhere with them, to do something with them, to enjoy yourself, you're expecting conflict. You may be receiving an invitation. You may be very concerned that this person is going to drain you in some way and you're going to have to rest again. This is going to be the same thing as every other time. I'm going to feel drained. I'm going to feel restricted. I'm going to wonder why I made that decision because I do not feel happy. I can't figure out whether you are right or wrong. I can't figure out whether you should stand up and defend yourself or whether you should go and get up off your chair. I can't figure it out. The Three of Swords was not being one to be moved then. So there's something about being unmovable in this decision. I feel like you've just found your feet, and because you've just found your feet, you're not wanting or willing to make any moves at this point in time that can cause any type of backstep. You're still very tired. This wound is still very fresh. You are successful. You are confident. You do have this movement within your mental space. You know the vision you're going, but there is still something taxing your energy in some way. I feel like it may be a few different things, so I don't know which one in particular is taking from you, but there is still something that's taking from you, so you are not ready at the moment to like show the world who you are, so to speak. You're still behind the scenes, but you're not confined anymore to the black box, which can also be you're not confined to your memories anymore. Feels like you may be starting a new slate, starting something clean, starting fresh and clean. It's like going through the memories one last time before deleting them. I want to take all these back, and before I finish this message, I'm going to get one last card. You've done a lot of work to be where you are now, but you're not quite at the threshold where you can continue this going. Like you can keep this up. I'm getting like a lot of burnt out energy, a lot of restrictive energy. And it's to do with the way you've been thinking about something too much in your mental space. And that may be because of other people as well. I'm getting strongly other people have influenced the way you thought. So yeah, the moon here with the High Priestess. This is about keeping to yourself at this time due to not wanting to be too vulnerable within a circumstance and having to sway either way. So with the wolf on one side, this is wild nature, this is impulse, this is, you know, going out, this is taking that chance and doing something a little bit crazy and not knowing what the outcome is going to be. And then there's like the dog, which is loyalty, which is keeping to what you know, being loyal, staying grounded, kind of being obedient to a situation. So you have two options here, to run wild or to be obedient. You know this within yourself, that in order to achieve what you want, you need to stay on this path down the middle of not going too far left or not going too far right here. You need to kind of go down the middle, because at the moment you're this crustacean here, you're this lobster, and when the lobster sheds its shell to grow, because you have just grown, you are growing into your new body or into your new way of doing things. So now that you've shed this shell, you're going to be quite vulnerable to the elements around you, and if you were to go down either way, it may result in some type of wounding again, because you're going to be very vulnerable. So at the moment, you're just keeping things to yourself. You're hiding in the background. You're out of the black box. You're exposed, but you're not quite at the point where you're coming. Like, people are starting to see, like I'm getting again I wish I knew his name. We'll just call him Clive, because I don't know, because I can't think of his name. And now I'm getting Peter Parker. Batman, and like he's the actual person when he's not being Batman. So at the moment, you've been Batman for such a long time. You have like your, I want to say Jekyll and Hyde as well. So your children may be a little bit, if you've got children, they may be a little bit like, you don't know what you're going to get with them as well. I'm getting a Gemini as well. You may have a Gemini in your space who may be a little bit back and forth. There seems to be a lot going on within your family life. So at the moment, you've got like a lot going on within your home space, your family life. And then there's this other thing that's happening for you, whether it be your health, whether it be your business, whether it be your education, whether it be just something you're learning, something you're committed to. There's something going on within your own personal development. And because you're growing and establishing within these two areas of your life, it's like people are starting to recognize that Batman is, we'll just call him Clive. Batman is Clive, and Clive is Batman. And then once people start to recognize that you're the same person and you've been doing this all along, I don't know what happens after that, but I'm interested to find out. And I'm not going to find out now because it's not wanting to let me know. So I feel like once people start to establish that you've really been working on something behind the scenes, and when it comes out into visibility, when it comes out to visibility and people start to put the dots together, something very huge is going to happen after that. But I feel like that's after you put your shell back on, like you grow your shell again, in order to not just protect yourself, but also to go out and do things without it like impacting you so much as it did before. So I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.